racing fans, thanks for joining me on the channel today. On this episode, we'll be talking about how to stiffen up the wheelbase for your FGT Lite. So what you're looking at right here is my FGT Lite. This is my backup rig, and in the background, I don't know if you can see it here, but that's my ASR 3. Now this was my second rig. The first one I made out of wood, then I got this one. Then I saved my pennies and bought the ASR 3. This week I was fortunate enough to have a cool racing session right here with one of my buddies. We've been chopping it up for the last few months, talking about who's going to beat who in a race, and he has never done sim racing before, so when he came over, of course, I was gracious enough to let him try my Cadillac of sim rigs out of the two. So I was driving this one, the FGT Lite, and I hadn't driven it for a long time. And one of the things that I found was the movement right here. Now, again, it's not like there's an earthquake happening or anything, but compared to the ASR 3, which is absolutely rock solid, this was moving a little bit, and it was really frustrating me. And you can see right here how much it moves. And let's be honest, the rig, I can like move it with basically one finger. I mean, I am keeping it as my backup. I love the fact that I can fold it up, put it away, put it out of the way when I'm not using it, so that's great. But when you're driving and this is moving around like this, a little bit annoying. So I'm going to show you one of the things that you can do to stiffen it up and just have a better overall experience, because if I'm having this problem, maybe some of you are. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, so here I am doing a test drive so you can see how much movement there is in the wheel. And again, it's not like it's moving 3 feet or anything like that. It's just moving enough that you know that you have to hold basically the wheel in a certain way so that it doesn't rock back and forth. Again, the frame of this FGT Lite is basically like a picnic chair. So it's very versatile, and the fact that it's foldable and portable means that it can't be 300 pounds. So with that being said, it is a very good deal for the money. I'm trying to talk here while I race. It's a very good deal for the money, but that's one of the drawbacks, is that you're gonna have to sacrifice something, and what you are sacrificing is stability. So you can see here I'm going down the straight in Austria, down the main straight in Austria, and that's what's happening. Now I'm in that first turn, and this is how much the wheel is moving. So if you have experienced this yourself, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't tried this rig or haven't tried any rigs, it's pretty hard to comprehend. If you tried one of the aluminum extruded rigs, you know that those things are great. They're not moving. So here's how much this rig is moving right now. Okay, the wheelbase, I should say, is moving right now. Again, not the end of the world, but that's how much it is. Alright, so let's show you how you can fix it. Okay, so after a wardrobe change, I'm back, and I've taken one of these wooden shims here, and I just basically jammed it between the wheelbase and the plate where you would mount the wheelbase. Alright, so this shim, what it does is it stops the rocking from the wheelbase on the plate. So if I take it out, you can see how that moves there like that. I put one in on this side. Now see how the moving is stopped? I'm going to take another one. You can just pick these up at your local hardware store. Jam that in there so it's even. If you want to use two, you can use two. If you just want to use one, there's one is not bad. And I mean, you get a bundle of these. Alright, so it's a little more even. Now these don't look great and nobody wants one of these things sticking out like this. So how do you cut it off? Well, I've got some tin snips. Yes, this is wood and this is tin, not the ideal thing. I didn't want to bring a saw down here and start cutting away. Ideally, you would like to get it somewhere in there. So what I'm going to do, just for the sake of speed, I'm just going to lift this up, make a little notch right here like that, and it cuts it. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Just make a notch, and then all I have to do is take some pliers, break that off there. Okay. Now if it was sticking out enough, you can sand it, and then you can paint it black so it doesn't show up here. And I would do the same thing to that side. Okay, so problem solved. Not the best looking thing, but once you paint it black, no one's gonna see it. And if no one's ever down here inspecting your rig, then what does it matter? As long as your wheelbase moves as little as possible. So why don't I turn everything around, turn the game on, and show you what the wheelbase looks like. See if the movement has stopped somewhat during actual race situations. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, so here I am at Imola. Gonna do half a lap, maybe a full lap, so you can see how much movement there is. You can judge for yourself whether the addition of the shims made a difference. Maybe made a little bit, maybe a lot, and is it worth it? And I mean, probably, I don't know, 10 bucks for a stack of shims. So it's a very affordable fix. Take you 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes to do it. Alright, here we are. Let's do half a lap with the camera at the back so you can see from this angle what I see. You can judge for yourself if the addition of 2 shims has made a difference in terms of movement of the wheelbase. Okay, so there you have it. Don't take my word for it. Try this out for yourself if you have this next level FGT Lite, and see if it works for you. That's what it looks like when I'm trying to shake it, and you saw what it looks like from 2 angles when I'm actually racing. And yes, you can hear the Thrustmaster fan going. Alright, so thank you very much for watching this episode, and hopefully we'll see you in another video. Take care and have fun racing.